Get back to
Jason, what were we going to say before we move on?
Well, there's something about this that is so that looking and seeing how God defines something and then like giving it a full-bodied embrace that complete, how would you put it? It confounds the devil, right? There's something about that and it confounds the world. Like, I think a good example of this is if you have, let's say you've got a young lady in your church that gets pregnant out of wedlock, right? Where it's an unwanted pregnancy in the world's terms, but it's often even an unwanted pregnancy in our terms, right? The way but unwanted by whom is the question you ask, right? If you say, okay, right, that was sin. It was sin that brought it about. Whose sin, we don't even maybe know yet. It was sin that brought it about. But that child is not unwanted by God, or he wouldn't be here. Right? If God is the sovereign creator over all things, then the thing that the church needs to do in that instance is absolutely move in, surround that young woman, and surround that child with aunts and uncles, by covenantal aunts and uncles that say, this baby is here and we love it. We cannot believe that we get this little blessing in our church, so that there is no longer a fence that's broken down, because a fence was broken down somewhere in which somebody that child is that this young woman is pregnant in the first place. A fence was broken down, but if everybody locks arms around that young woman and around that child, it doesn't matter what fence was broken down, because now the fence is all the aunts and uncles and cousins, and the covenantal community says, ours, this is ours, she is ours, this baby is ours. That is not an unwanted pregnancy anymore. This is but that's because God, sovereignly, we know that child is made in God's image, is here on purpose, and even if because of the existence and presence of God in his sovereignty, in his being that holds all things together, even if she's running away from God and ends up pregnant, there is no away from God.
Mm-hmm. That's right. There is no away.
Right. There is no away.
That's
right.
There is no away.
So that's what it looks like to say, to embrace the creator-creature divide in this sort of way, in a Trinitarian context, right? In an Islamic context, you lop off her head, you stone her, you throw her away, right? In a Trinitarian context, in which the enacting of the law of God is summed up as love one another, right? Then you surround that woman and that child with so much affection and protection that there is no way you could ever call that an unwanted pregnancy again, right?